Set it on no, when you want to put telephone. What? You might play back. Telephone, I try to set up something. Checking out. It's not again. Experiencing it's not again. We it's not no. It's not better. Yeah, I thought it. It's not again.
With Russell and I'm going to become the next mayor of Oakland Park. We need a mayor who embraces our interconnectedness because we are one. Oakland Park must be guided by its residents, business leaders, and other stakeholders who live here and invest in our success. I want more community input to help inform critical decisions such as how the city should approach public safety, affordable housing, youth empowerment, and economic development.
When you are coming to Liberia, the first thing you think about is getting away and around the
It's not.
city.
I will get
Now,
out set up.
you don't need to worry about that because
Yes.
SIB Executive Shuttle has that covered for you. We have
Yeah,
executive private
ain't checking.
insurance options,
I'm in the message.
medical
I'm
services, business
Well,
and
the
corporate
ones in the money
travel,
that checking the last week. I don't know. How do not sound looking for.
secret to Kakata, Ganta.
You been checking last week quick. Yo, hold on a second there.
Executive Shuttle got you. Our excursion packages include trip to Patawi Waterfalls, Sunset Beach, or Wuka Farms. We are located at the Cabo Mission Junction, around
I'm in the jacket last week.
For inquiries, call cell numbers 0770 072 614 or 0770
I'll be talking. Open the party here, but I'm there. See why.
Last year, call our USA number on 001 301 750 1336. LIB Executive Shuttle. Let us do the driving for you.
Yeah, you.
Lafu's Kitchen, a Liberian-owned business operated by Johnson and Wales University's trained chef. Joyce Matobia is a dining away from home at Lafu's Kitchen. Prepare all kinds of vibrant cuisines, fried and red oil potato screen, kidney beans, palava sauce, fever leaves, and a lot more. We also make rice bread, meat pies, cookies, Venice candies, and all kinds of pastry products. Place in your order online today from anywhere in the US at www.lorphen.com. The good news is your package is sealed in an insulated cooling box and reaches your destination well preserved and fresh. Send yourself the stress and order the best from a professional chef. Lafu's Kitchen keeps your fingers licking. You see, a home is where the heart is. That's why at Melrose Street, for your long and short-term stay. Our 6 fully furnished luxurious apartments with 3 bedrooms. Our customers have the option of renting a apartment or a single bedroom. We also have studio rooms and king suites. At Melrose Suites, we have cool and hot water, cable TV, internet service, and cooler air-conditioned rooms. Melrose Suites takes the pressure off its customers with our fully equipped kitchens, living and dining rooms, as well as balconies. All you need is your personal belongings and enjoy your stay. We are located on Silver Beach Road in Guazos, Lower Miami County. For reservation, call our US number 610-986-1077 and our FIP number on 0777 588-118. You can email us at edithwaters111@gmail.com. Narrow Street, we move away from home. Feature one of Delaware. Yes, it's Feature one of Delaware. The lead that comes with the quality teaching works. For more than 2 decades, Feature one has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality teaching services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that love they deserve by choosing Feature one of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302-508-3034. Again, 302-508-3034. Or visit our website at pinto1.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinto1.com or holly@pinto1.com. Schedule the free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Feature one of Delaware. Review your space, review your life. Peter Masterboy Insurance Agency is a business that comes when we talk quality and affordable insurance services. Located in Central New Jersey, Peter Masterboy Insurance Agency provides homeowner insurance, commercial and business insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, and a lot more. We partner with over 20 top-rated companies to ensure we provide affordable pricing and quality services to our clients. Not only that, we also offer free financial planning consultation, and we are licensed in 20 states across the USA at Peter Masterboy Insurance Agency. Our staff are well trained to handle all your insurance needs. Visit our website on www.pmassinsurance.com or call us on phone number 609-571-3037. That's 609-571-3037. Peter Masterboy Insurance Agency, your low-cost insurance partner. It is often said insufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is why I introduced to you a company with magic, SM Group Incorporated. SM Group Incorporated is an internet technology company that provides the best quality and cheapest internet services, including IT management services, supplies of IT equipment, networking, mobile app and software development, structural cabling, and web design. We also develop POS card register system for small businesses like mini mart, supermarket, restaurants, and bar, hotel management software for reservations, and online booking. SM Group Incorporated installs biometric systems that include hotel door locks and access control, database, CCTV security, and motion sensor system installation with 24/7 monitoring and cloud backup storage with mini solar backup power system. Coming soon is the SM Group Satellite, which will deploy hundreds of Wi-Fi hotspots across the city with high-speed, affordable broadband internet service for less than $100 Liberian dollars. For more information, visit our website at www.smgroupincorporated.net or email us at info@smgroupincorporated.net or call cell numbers 0777 881 881. We are located at the intersection of Kerry and Center Streets in Monrovia.
Hello, I'm Whitfield Russell, and I'm going to become the next mayor of Brooklyn Park. We need a mayor who embraces our interconnectedness because we are one. Brooklyn Park must be guided by its residents, business leaders, and other stakeholders who live here and invest in our success. I want more community input to help inform critical decisions such as how the city should approach public safety, affordable housing, youth empowerment, and economic development. So if you want their experience, you can trust, and who has a solid track record to get things done, vote for Russell. Vote on August 9th. Now you can vote Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to support. Elect Winfred Russell as the next mayor of
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Blue Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store, add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure, and start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Man to man is so unjust. Children, you don't know who to trust.
All right, good morning. Morning.
Be your best friend, and your best friend, your worst.
Good morning, Costa. Are you getting me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm getting you through the computer. We're trying to put you through the Mesa right now to see.
I don't know what you guys have done there.
All right, folks. We're trying to do some, setup here. Why? It's going through the blizzard. So, cause are you getting me now?
I can hear you, Waka, but can you hear me?
I'm getting you, but you are not going through the mix, so that's a problem.
That's not my fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not your fault. Okay, folks. Sorry, we're trying to set up things here. Today's
You sound
Thursday.
better now, Buckeye. Can you hear?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now you are good.
Oh,
Now you
George,
are good.
stop whatever you're doing before you spoil it again. George,
The amazing. So what are you doing?
yeah, okay. Thank you. Good morning, folks. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome. Today it's July the 7th, 2022. The time in Monrovia is 10:33. The time in Delaware is 6:33. We're very glad to be here. It's a beautiful day. So last night, a good number of the pilgrims, and if you're wondering who is a pilgrim, anybody who embarks on a religious or spiritual journey to travel somewhere for spiritual or religious purposes is a pilgrim. So whether you're going to Mecca to perform Hajj, or whether you're going to Jerusalem, the birthplace of Jesus Christ, or to bathe in the River Jordan, you are a pilgrim. So last night, the pilgrims, over 100 of them, were able to depart Liberia to go to Mecca for the Hajj. I don't know whether everybody will be able to go, but a great many of them went last night. Somebody sent me lots of pictures of them. The group that left, it's the Losini Camara group. Wakai, you want to tell us some more about it? Do you know? You go ahead. Tell us what you know about it.
Yeah, like you said, is the listening camera group that went yesterday. Up to now, the folks from the Ministry of Internal Affairs haven't been able to carry on arrangement on
You
how.
don't have visa.
Yeah, the visa for the other people can leave the country. Over 50 persons. So they are stuck here. 124 left last night.
124 people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the concurrency of Lucini Camara. This was just all about helping the people, but now they saw it politically. They wanted to look down on Lucini Camara, but things turned around.
These are them here at the airport.
Yeah.
These are the people. Last night, somebody sent me all the pictures. Lucini Camara himself is in these pictures. Those are the people there. I will publish them. And 124 of them left Liberia last night to go to Mecca. But the ones on the government, go ahead, Waka, continue.
Yeah, so they're just a warning to the government. Not everything you get involved into, not because you are a sitting government, meaning that you can take control of everything. This guy been doing this for years, and people been going smoothly without any problem. So why would you just come up and say, oh, because he's contesting for the presidency, we don't want him to overshadow everything because he's contesting for the presidency? No. Mine Fofana, you contesting district 2, I mean say district 4 in Lofa County, contested for the senatorial position in Lofa County. Who have problem with that? Nobody have problem with it. And your husband sit there, got used by you, and now the people that pay their money to go Mecca,
they can't go.
50 of them can go.
6,500 US dollars. 50. Let multiply, okay? 6,500 US times 50 people. Let's do the math. 6,500 US dollars times 50. That's 325,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
That's what they pay to the government of Liberia Hash Committee, managed by what's the man's name? The Minister of Internal Affairs. They try to undermine Lucini because then they use another Lucini ability to undermine Lucini Camara. Mm-hmm. They say when Maningo man died, Maningo man kill it. And unfortunately for them,
their Losini Camara, their Losini ability does not have the contacts or the access or the system that Losini Camara has in place. Because Losini Camara has been running this thing for years, smoothly, effectively, no noise. His people left last night, the plane came. Big plane.
Yeah.
A charter plane. It picked up all the pilgrims. And as we speak, they're probably in the air right now, headed to Jeddah City, where they're gonna land and then make their way to the house.
Because I like the fact that they got disgrace, and
I'm sorry for interrupting you. The sad part that folks, you're just looking at this thing. Oh yeah, okay. Now this is for those of you who are not Muslims, you don't give a damn. We understand that's your business. I give a damn. I care, and I will tell you 2 reasons why I care. Number one, it's Liberians. These Liberians who are Muslims save up their money, paid almost $400,000 to government to facilitate their going to Hajj, which is one of the most important things in their lives as Muslims. And the government decided to sabotage them because of their incompetence and their stupidity. One of the reasons why we're talking about this is because it exposes how incompetent and good for nothing the government is. And how stupid they are that they think that they should get involved with everything. How many of you have listened to Vani Salif speak? Vani Salif is a dumb idiot.
You were talking so rubbish yesterday, saying you hosting press conference.
Yeah, they say he have press conference. What did he have to say?
Yeah. Nothing much. Just to defend himself that the people shouldn't blame him. They did what they could have done as a government, X, Y, and Z. Nothing to understand from there.
There you go. So you see the point? Vani Salif is a stupid, dumb idiot. You should listen to him speak. That's how you will know. And this also tells you that the government had absolutely no business getting involved in Hajj business. No business getting involved. And this also goes to show you that this is a typical thing with Liberian governments or Liberian political people who are in power. They see Bouakai doing something and it's working well. And because they perceive Bouakai to be a political threat to them, they're going to do everything in their power to undermine Bouakai. So that Bouakai fails. So that Bouakai does not look like he knows what he's doing. That's all. That's all they wanted to do. That's all they wanted to do. This is what they've done. They've caused 50 people who were supposed to go to Mecca to perform one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Unfortunately, those 50 people cannot go. They can't.
You may be thinking that you may be thinking that this issue about going to Mecca is just small thing. It's not a small tax though for we Muslims. If you have the opportunity to go to Mecca, that's the best thing ever in your life. An elderly man sold his house just this year. I think that, and he paid.
He sold his house in order to be able to go to Mecca.
Mecca.
I pray he's the one that Lucini Camara do.
I just pray so, because it was so frustrating when I saw that on somebody Facebook page yesterday, how the old man sold his house just to go Mecca and perform the tax. And then they were let down by this particular government. Like I said, I pray he be part of those that went last night. I just pray so.
It's sad. Okay. So Bouakai, I received information last night that 3 canoes, Liberian say kino. They're not kino. Sorry, I will not call it the Liberian way. They're not kino. It's canoes. 3 canoes loaded with drugs arrived in Buchanan on Sunday night. 3 canoes loaded with drugs arrived in Buchanan with drugs on the beach. And they asked the local people to help them unload. But guess what? In these canoes that were loaded with the drugs, one of the people who were helping them unload the take the drugs out of the canoe and bring it on shore. The person stole one of the bags, and they stole the bag, and they ran away with the bag. But they didn't know what was inside. You know, sometimes how people steal stuff and they don't know what's inside, right? They don't know what they steal.
Yeah.
And then they realized later on that the bag they stole was actually narcotics. When I mean drugs, I don't mean terabacin and amoxicillin and narcotic drugs. Mike David, thank you for that. Let me describe what sort of drugs. Not medical drugs or pharmaceutical drugs, narcotic drugs. Substances that can make you high, hallucinate, and do all kinds of things. That's what I'm talking about. So they stole, one of the people helping them to unload the packages, these bundles from the canoe, stole one of the packages and ran away, went into the city, Buchanan. But guess what, that one guy? For the guys who brought the 3 canoes to let it go, they didn't do it. They decided to chase them down.
Oh.
And they started searching all over the place for the one package that was stolen. That is when it was discovered that the people who were in charge of unloading, whether they were the people who brought it, whether they were facilitating it, some of them were DEA.
Look at that.
LDEA now, Liberia Drug Enforcement
Agency. Yeah.
The very people whose task it is to combat the smuggling and distribution and of narcotic substances. They were the ones on Sunday night in Buchanan helping to unload 3 canoes loaded with narcotic substances or drugs. When I say narcotic, people don't understand that one there. Drugs. Then the person who stole one of the bags from the canoe, like you helping the people unload the thing, and you also one small bag. You put it one side, and you check out here. When the person went and opened the bag, this is how it was exposed that it was drugs. The person finally made their way home, opened the substance, and they found out that what was inside that thing was white powder. White powder. Most likely cocaine. I'm not any expert in drugs. I don't know whether they have other narcotics that are white in appearance and powdery, in texture, but white stuff, white powder. DEA people, the DEA, the people who should be fighting the drug business, they were the ones in Buchanan on Sunday night helping the guys unload the canoes loaded with drugs. I don't know where they were coming from with those with the drugs, but I know that they had lots of them in 3 canoes. So just get ready. They're bringing new supply.
For more Zogos.
More people are going to become Zogos, and it is going to be a problem. We see, one of the things I know about Liberians is that, as I say often, we are the stupidest people anywhere you can find, and the evidence is simple. Look at the way we live. Look at the way we are backward with all the resources God has given us, and yet we are this poor. And that is a classic, irrefutable evidence of our classic stupidity, our patent and inherent stupidity. The way we are backward. That's it right there. Don't go look further for evidence. Oh, that you talking like people stupid. Look at the way we are living. When you look at all the resources God gave us, and you look at the lives that we are living, that the evidence right there. How stupid we are. Anyway, I'll stop right there. But the point I was trying to make is this. One of the things we do in Liberia, we said we wait and see a problem until it develops, it becomes a serious problem, and then we want to fight it. Let me give you an example. Where you have what they call 540. Is it Peace Island or Paco Island? What is that island called?
Peace Island, right behind the ministerial complex.
Behind the ministerial complex. That's correct. Thank you. You see that beautiful land up there? Ahiola land where they got what they call Peace Island community.
Peace Island.
Predominantly Gio and Mano people who live there. predominantly Guyo people. That there was a couple, some years ago, that place was uninhabited. There was not a single structure on that land. Okay? We sat down, arms folded. We allowed people to begin to build on that land called Peace Island today. That government land, that place there is a beautiful place. Imagine building a beautiful hotel resort up there, overlooking the lagoon. Beautiful place. Hilly, you could put a beautiful place there. We sat down, we let the people build all the ugly. Initially, they started building mud huts, zinc shacks.
Zinc shacks, yeah.
Then they started transforming it. Then they started, you see mud huts with DSTV, with satellite TV. You see the ditches. You see electricity. Today, they started building real concrete structures. They have uglified. I don't know whether there's such a word as uglified, but I'm going to create my own word. I'm going to coin my own word. They have uglified. Let me spell it. Let me spell it for you. Uglify. Uglify. That means to make something ugly. The people have uglified that place. They've made it ugly like hell. Everywhere in Liberia is a damn ghetto. You build your mansion somewhere, somebody build a zinc shack right next to you. No zoning works, nothing works. The whole country is a big freaking ghetto. In other parts of the world, even in Africa, you go to Ghana, for example, go to a place like Airport Residential. It's a beautiful place, high-end community. You go to Nigeria, Banana Island, or Ikoyi, VI, you will see only high-end properties or real estate will be there. Liberia, everywhere people built. Somebody say it is a word. Uglify. Oh, I didn't know it was a word. I did not know. But I'm just coining my own word here. I'm thinking if it is not a word, well, consider it a word now. We'll put it in the dictionary, Merriam-Webster. They have uglified the place. Everywhere you go, my brother, they keep uglifying places. Now, we sat down there, the poor now uglify that place. Then one day we'll get out, we'll say the poor man leave. I am to Baka, do you know the population of that place?
No.
Over 20,000 people live there. Over 20,000 people live in that ugly place.
Look at that.
Yes. Liberia is a mess. We sit down, we wait until people mess things up. And then later on, we want to fix it. And it's late. The same thing with Roto Town. I remember Ellen time, they wanted to remove those people from Roto Town. The people said they ain't going nowhere. They brought the yellow machines to bulldoze all those makeshift structures near the airfield, Roto Town, government land. The people said they were not moving. You know what the people did? I recall they brought their children and placed the children in front of the yellow machine. They said, come and bulldoze our children. And Ellen then look at him alone and said, yeah, let's just forget it. This is how we behave. The whole country ugly. Liberia is one of the ugliest countries in the world. Of course, didn't we win the award the last time as the dirtiest city in the world? We did.
Yeah.
We are nasty. We are an ugly city. No layout. You could build your mansion, put it in a big fence, and somebody builds in an alleyway. And guess what? You cannot even get to drive your vehicle into your yard. Can you imagine that? We are a backward country. We are a backward. Look, you're sitting there, you say, you don't go too far. Just go Ghana and see the way Ghana is, and you realize how ugly your country is. You will realize how ugly your country is. Every day you go to Marshall, Marshall opening hour. Now you hear them talking Liberians. Okay, I can hear local Liberians say, "Hey, God, Nangala, why did you bring me in this country?" These people myself don't think the same way. You hear that? Look at Marshall. The way Marshall getting fine. What happening to Marshall? You are uglifying Marshall. What is happening in Marshall is not the beautification or the development of Marshall. It is the uglification of Marshall. You are uglifying Marshall the same way you uglify the other areas. Look at the people. You don't got no road. You don't got no road to go nowhere. No layout. Then you say, Marshall, man, go buy a land to Marshall, man. Marshall, finally, Liberians are so dumb and so backward. They look at ugly places, they say, fine. Look, even if you don't build mansion, okay, my people, leave the alleyway. Okay, do you know when you lay out a place, it can be fine, okay? You may be a let Congo right here, but let the road be passing through. Look, oh man, Labro man, hey man, Labro man, Bwaka man. How do you ever fix that country? How do you ever beautify that country? You go on Broad Street, soon you go behind small zinc shack. You don't see zinc shack there, right? On Kiri Street, Broad Street, Bwaka.
And Costa, this is one of the problems that the fire service always face. Fire service will come. How can they go to where the fire is? Because all the roads are blocked. People be out on the alley and whatsoever, do whatsoever.
You can't go inside.
So there's no way that the fire service can reach out to where the fire is. Those are some of the problems that you fix.
You can't. My man, Labro ugly. You don't even realize how Liberia ugly. So how do you fix that kind of country? The whole country ugly. Liberia is a big pile of chaotic mess.
A big
pile of chaotic mess. The country is ugly. No road to go anywhere. And the other man will be they take Congo in the middle of the road. The other man will be checked near. They will be checked near nightclub. They will be school near. No zoning. The whole country is chaos. So chaos. I mean, it's sad, man. You know, God just made some countries to be useless forever. I think Liberia is one of such countries. Liberia is one of such countries where we are just supposed to be backward. That is what it's supposed to be. So even if you fix basic social services, you fix this, you fix that. When will you face? When will you do urban planning? Urban planning. When will you do zoning? When will you tell the people, say, okay, all of y'all who be in the island where we're breaking your houses down? When will you do that one? It will never happen. So the country will just be ugly. Ugly country. Ugly country. I feel sad, man. I feel sad that someone are gonna live in that kind of place. We live. I mean, look, Bwaga, my man, look, Bwaga. Don't even compare America. Don't compare. Just go to Ghana, Bwaga. Just go to Ghana. Yeah, my man. Nothing can work in Liberia. Liberia, so see, even street light can work. Traffic light can work. Bwaga. Me and Sandra Johnson made a trip to Ghana, and from Ghana we went through Togo and went to Benin. We went in this town, this small town, far away from the capital city, Lomé. I mean, from the capital city of Benin. What's the capital city of Benin, sir? I'm just forgetting the capital city name. Cotonou. We were far from Cotonou. And we went to this small town, a town. All the roads in the town are paved. All the alleys are open. I saw street lights in a small town. I'm in the place. I'm just analyzing the place. I mean, look, my mind is just running because just working constantly at work. Even as we're driving, I saw what is it named? Toll booths. After every good stretch, you see a toll booth. They're collecting money. They're collecting toll. They're collecting toll. We enter this town, traffic lights, street lights, traffic lights, and street lights are working in the town. In the town. But you know what was amazing to me? Not only was I amazed that traffic lights were working in a small town, hundreds of miles from the capital city, Cotonou. Yeah? I'm telling you, let me tell you what happened. What shocked me. Pimpin' man reached to the traffic light in a small town. In Bordeaux, the pimpin' man, everybody stopped. I'm looking, Now they have my attention. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me see what the pimpin' guy is going to do. This is a small town. I don't see cops all over the place. I don't see the police. Is he going to bulldoze the traffic light? No, he stops. He waits. It turns green. He picks up and he moves on. I'm like, what? This tells me something about the psychology, the mindset of these people. So they respect the traffic lights. Jesus Christ. And then I saw that, I said, look at how far Benin is from Liberia. We used to sit there and think that Liberia was better than Togo. Are you kidding me? We drove through Togo. Well, I saw toll booths on the highway. One of the things I saw that caught my attention, I saw the laying of internet fiber optic cable. Yeah. Look, when I go places, my mind is constantly working. I'm trying to analyze the place, take it in, dissect it, understand it, especially those countries are African countries, West African countries. Well, I'm looking at the people laying the cable. I said, okay, that's fiber optic cable that they're running the cable. We drove for at least 200 miles. That cable was still running. It could have been even longer than that, but at least 200 miles. Well, the cable still running by the side of the road. They are running fiber optic cable. It was running for over 200 miles. Internet. Yeah, Mr. McDonald Guano there. He's in Togo. He lives there. He works there. He says internet in Togo is superb. How would that be superb, Mr. Guano? I saw the damn fiber optic cable being laid for 200 miles. And I'm sitting there to myself, damn it. That's transformation. You bring high-speed internet service to these people in these small towns. It's good for business. It's good for communication. It's good for, people staying in touch with people. That's great. Do you know since when fiber optic came to Liberia?
Years ago.
We took $19 million from the World Bank and brought the ACE cable, ACE, underwater fiber. Fiber. Now, some of you are wondering what the hell is Costa talking about fiber optic. Fiber optic is the best so far, the best in internet service. The data, when it is transmitted at the speed of light. That is why it is the fastest, it is the best, it is the most reliable fiber optic internet. Look. Since hell was a pub, we took the World Bank's $19 million and brought fiber optic. Then when internet, the cable travels under the ocean. Okay?
Yeah.
What they call it, underwater fiber optic cable. Under the ocean, okay? The Pacific, the Atlantic, cables are running all over the world, different parts of the world. One time, a vessel sunk or a vessel caught a certain internet cable somewhere. Oh, okay. Many parts of the world were off because the internet was disrupted by that cutting of the cable. But I'm telling you, in Togo, this is the country I used to think Liberia was better than. Oh man, Liberia better than Togo, and Togo then backward. I saw them running fiber. Liberians are so useless and so incompetent. We have had the fiber optic for years, and you don't even have fiber optic in relay. Hello? How far from Monrovia to Relay, the fiber optic not in Relay? The fiber optic not even reaching Douala. But I saw in Togo, look, Liberians are some of the most incompetent and stupid people you can find anywhere in the world. Clap for yourselves. And you're wondering why everybody in Liberia wants to go abroad to live, and you're wondering why you're so poor? No, the answer is right there. You are stupid. You are backward. That's why nothing works in your country. They brought the fiber optic cable picking. Let me find out which year they brought it to Liberia. Maybe you think I took it. Let's find out the year. Fiber optic cable, Liberia, fiber optic cable, Liberia. Liberia. Let me tell you. 2011. Yeah, right here. Oh, I got it. Hey, right here. 2000. Fiber optic cables finally bring reliable internet to Liberia, West Africa. Look at it. They can say it will bring reliable internet. 2011, November 10, they wrote this story. Inside a small internet cafe in Monrovia, only 3 customers hunched over computers. Getting online in Liberia's capital costs $2 an hour, more money than many Liberians earn in a day. Emmanuel Dolo is trying to apply for a scholarship, but he's not having much luck. Good. The internet here is very slow. Sometimes you pay for 60 minutes and you only get to use 20 minutes. It just keeps loading and loading and loading. Unquote, Dolo said. It's frustrating, quote unquote. In Liberia, businesses and internet providers must pay for expensive satellite service, which is far beyond the reach of most Liberians. Elliot Bleedy, a project coordinator in Liberia for the West Africa Regional Communications Infrastructure Program, said Liberia has the lowest internet penetration in the region. That is correct. Quote, in West Africa, Africa in general, our penetration is very low, about 0.02%. During the Civil War years, the cables that were available, the financing and political will was not there to bring it in. But 8 years after the end of Liberia's Civil War, that is finally starting to change. Last week, a French ship arrived on the Liberian coast, carrying with it a fiber optic cable 2 inches thick and 10,000 miles long. Hello? How long was the cable? 10,000 miles long. The ship is dragging the cable from France to South Africa. You see how they lay the cable on in the water, Bwaga? They put the cable in a vessel, in a ship. And then the ship starts moving. And at the back of the ship, they are rolling the cable out. They got a machine. It's releasing the cable into the ocean. And the cable goes to the bottom of the ocean. And so the cable came to Liberia in 2011. The World Bank was involved, Bwaga. The World Bank helped us. They put a lot of money in. I think about $19 million. Our cable is coming from the group called ACE, ACE. The entire ACE cable must be in place before broadband service can be introduced in Liberia. And guess what? It's been in Liberia since 2011. And Liberia, you still have one of the worst internet services or internet systems in the world. What does that tell you about your country? Hey, man, what does that tell? Liberia aside, Liberia aside. Liberians, one thing I know about Liberians, we make the biggest mouths. Liberians have the biggest mouths on them. A Liberian man goes to college today, he graduates, he tells you he knows everything. If you bring an expert here to do a job, he will tell you he can do that job better than an expert. Because we build a country with no merit system. Any Tom, Dick, or Harry, an idiot, can claim that they can do the job that an expert can do. That's another thing about the country. I pray for the day we'll have a true, bold, visionary, radical leader that can change the country and bring the best and brightest minds to work and actually assign performance goals. If you don't attain these goals within this period of time, you're fired. I pray for that day. As president of the country, I bring you, you're supposed to be an expert in the internet business or the this industry. You're supposed to be an industry expert. I give you a piece of job. I want to ensure fiber optic internet is everywhere and is available. And I give you a year and I ensure you have the resources to make that happen. You do not make that happen within a year, I fire you. Should we be having trouble with internet in Liberia? No, we are so stupid as a people that we've had the best internet possible. The cable has been there since 2011. Yet, we do not have it everywhere. God help us. Let's move on to something else. God help us. Leadership deficit, leadership deficiency is our problem. That is our problem. You're all joking. Sit down there. You want to say something, but I say it's okay. Something else.
The funniest thing about it is that Costa, if you're in opposition and then you go apply for the internet facility to your place, to your office, your home, they will say no.
No, they will not give it to you. Didn't we used to have it?
Yeah, we used to have it.
Let me tell you a story. Our radio station used to be located on Ashmore Street.
Right behind the
Literally opposite Liptelco, the government agency that manages the fiber optic internet cable. Listen to this story. At the time, this was 2018, 2019, we used to support the government. So we had the internet, which is not even good. The speed is terrible. I don't know how they got it, but it doesn't, I don't know. Again, when you can bring the best thing from anywhere in the world, it works perfectly anywhere in the world. But when you bring it to Liberia, it doesn't work as well. I don't know what happens. I don't know. Anyway, we had the internet. Waggai. And this story not for Waggai because Waggai knows the story. I'm explaining it to you all. Listen to how Liberia is such a mess. You know what happened? When we switched, when I withdrew my support from the WIA government for all the blunders that they are committing, guess what the boy did? Waggai finished the story.
The minute stop giving out internet, the minute cut our line off. Because
you see how useful Liberia is? Because I am now a critic of the government. A service that we were paying for. They disconnected us from that service. Took it. And you're sitting there wondering, why they undermine or they tried to undermine Lucini Camara from the heartstring? Look, they disconnected us from the internet because the internet belonged to Jawia Pa. That Jawia Pa brought the internet to Liberia. So therefore, when you no longer support the Jawia government, he will not let you enjoy a Pa internet service. Liberia is such a sad country. Yeah, some of you don't even understand. You only see it from the surface how deeply sick this country is. Everything is about politics in the country.
Yeah.
We politicize everything. They switch us off. They say we will not have internet service from Liptelco because the internet was brought to Liberia in 2011. The cable, that Jawia Pa brought the cable in 2011. Yeah. That is one example of how sick the country is. If Joe Biden decided to go now to apply for the Liptelco, they will never connect him.
They will not do it. They will not do it.
If it was available in the area, which I'm not sure it is, but they will never connect him because Joe Biden won't be president. He won't take power from Jawia. So the internet for Jawia Pa. Liberia Sego. Liberia Sego. Liberia Sego. My boy, you don't even know how Liberia Sego. Sometimes I sit down, I look at us, I say, hey God, we who running to take over the country, are we able to make the real changes that need to be made? In Liberia, everybody know everybody. Soon, Boga does wrong, everybody come, man, because I lead the picking man. And the picking man with you for all those years. They're not talking about what the picking they owe. They will say, my man, that lead the man with you for a long time. That's what we do in the country. You know, one day, one son of my swan called me. The man just calling me. I know he's just calling me. I said, okay, let me answer the guy. My man, what you say? He said, my man, Pedro, I just called you to tell you, man. You know, one of my big brother, the big brother in jail. The guy carried the big brother to jail because he said the big brother raped his daughter in the house. And it was a car area there. I said, wait. That a man who, the story from Cowell, who the landlord raped his tenant, late 11-year-old daughter. He said, yeah, man, brother, but you know, I want for you to talk to the man because the man will listen to you so that he can move the kids from court for all the visit. Huh? Then of course, I got mine and pa a whole generation. That son of my swan called me to tell me, Pedro, that I'm gonna talk to the family so they can withdraw the case, even if which is not even possible, to show you how stupid he is. The case, what we raise 1,000 US for the family, so they can move out of that damn rapist house. The man calling me, Pedro, for me to go talk to the family. Hey man, I beg your man. The man raped your daughter, but y'all just forgive him. Y'all go withdraw the case. I let the man say, hey, go away, give me power in the country so I can kick big butt. Oh God. Look, They will call me the jailer in chief. You do small thing, you in jail. Small thing. We obey jail or plenty places. You will not even believe it.
You have to look at the human right too now, because human right will not sit and watch you do some of these things.
What you call human right? The man raped somebody's daughter. The evidence is there. They get bleeding. The medical result, everything there. In fact, he tried to bribe them. When he tried to bribe them, he said, "I'm gonna live in your hall for we're all paying rent." The man called me to tell me that I'm gonna go talk to the man so he can withdraw the keys from court. He not care that the man raped that man's daughter, that she might not be able to even have children. Who knows what might happen to that girl? And the man calling me and telling me, say, I'm gonna go talk to the man. They see men who will raise 1,000 US for to take his daughter from the man's house and move somewhere else, which they've done. They've done it. They've relocated. They're gonna want marry apartment. Why got that man say, I'm gonna go talk to the man? I say, talking. This is Liberia's problem right here. But if I could punch that guy through that phone, I would have punched him. I swear to God, if I could punch that guy, I would have punched that guy. Can't tell me, say, I'm a whole tough for rapists. Oh, rusty, crusty man like you. All the BP women that pass around, you can go look for them. That small 11-year-old daughter, you can't call me talking about, I'm going to go tell the man to withdraw the kid. You know why he called me? He said, because the family will listen to me. And you know why he said, family will listen to me? Because we raise money for the people to move out of the house so they will listen to me. You think that family owes me anything because we raise money for them to relocate? I mean, look, our people say go. Our people say go. Okay, I have to block somebody here. And that person is blocked. They're gone. Just some idiot who decided to just be a disruptor. While we're talking something completely different, she talking about her political candidate, Bini talking about she gone, blocked. You're in jail. And I told you I'll be the jailer in chief. Jailer in chief. My man, I will love J. Bini. Let me tell you, Liberian people, we are a small, closely knitted society. Liberian men hate to go to jail. But listen to me. By the time somebody does wrong, you put them in jail. But the whole family will be shamed for stealing to. You will hear the news today. President Costa, with immediate effect, dismissed the Minister of Public Works because he received bribe from this Lebanese construction company for the road project. Oh man, everybody will be like, hey man, you're going to jail. Your whole family needs support. By the time you put plenty people in jail, their family needs support. Everybody just be laughing, and then in the community, in the church, be laughing, and then your wife now sat there and say, "But sweetheart, guy, you sure you won't be in that comment? That president crazy, oh, sweetheart, don't kind embarrass oh yo. You see her dating, and they put that man in jail, the Minister of Public Works. Everybody laughing, his wife embarrassed. Even she go to the market, she go to her friend, everybody playing for all. Sweetheart, you sure you won't be in that job? Can you leave that government job? Let's go do our different thing. That's what I'm talking about. You put enough people in jail, picking, be shot there. Men who can never ever go to jail in Liberia. You start putting them in jail. People start thinking, well, do I really want to work in government?
Because we have this saying that when you're out, you see all the wrong. You see what
you are wrong. No. I disagree with you. That's a Liberian. Government went high. Hey, you know, when you go in government, everything different. No, everything not different. It is you who are fake. You pretend that you mean well until you get in power. Then you show your real self. Obama's wife, Michelle, said, power does not change you. You know what it does to you? It only reveals your real self. What about the people who came in power and never changed and stayed true? They let John Magufuli from Tanzania, Thomas Sankara from Burkina Faso, Jerry John Rawlings from Ghana, Paul Kagame in Rwanda. Don't tell me nothing there. That is you the man. I mean, you know, government. See, you go in government how? A government deal because you are a rogue. The reason why they fail is because they are rogues. You cannot change the system when you are a rogue. You cannot fix anything when you yourself are guilty of doing that. You cannot do it. You must stay above reproach.
Yeah, because how will
you
know
and your
that
ministers are stealing? You and your ministers are stealing, then you want to prosecute your ministers for stealing, you will not be able to do that.
So, cause how will you know that? Oh, for instance, Emmanuel been working with you, and you know, like Emmanuel been, little afraid of you. He haven't been doing bad. So you place him into the position. You say, okay, I gave you this role to play in my government. All of a sudden, he may start to misbehave because he's close with you, and then people come up and say, "Oh, Costa, that's email. You can't just look down. Yeah, email been doing this for a longer time." Don't you think people that will be talking to you, you have to see the reason in, listening to them? They are your elders. They are people.
How long have you worked for me, Waka?
Close to like 9-10 years.
Do you not know how I operate with you guys?
I know how you operate.
When somebody does wrong, and all they go from chorus, because what they can do, they will go call my friends to come talk to me. Do I listen to people when somebody does wrong?
No.
How many of you never told me, say, oh, my boy, that one of your stronger, when boy, we are did what she did. She stole our woman's money. What people told me, oh, boy, we are been with you, that one of your lawyers. You see, the thing that can hear me? The thing that can hear me? They will not tell you, say, oh, what boy, we are dead wrong. Oh. You see, the high library man, that the one that can mean you who talking to me, I want to kick your butt. The day I'm president of Liberia, somebody does wrong, then their friend they can't talk. I say, you put them outside. By the time you encourage them to be able to come talk to you, everybody want to talk to you. The how Liberia is, they will can't talk. My man, that man been with you for a long time. Just forgiving, that the devil fool him. That's the way they behave. It doesn't work with me. I started a business. I will not call my uncle's name. We started a timber business, plank business. I put some relatives in charge because they say, "Oh, you helping other people. You don't want to do something with your family." I put what? I'm gonna put in a business over 3,000-4,000 US. Bought the power saw, brand new power saw, everything. Over 2 power saws. They will fell the tree, they make the planks to bring it to town to sell. I said, okay. I told my cousin, my auntie son, my own blood. I said, you will get 35%. I told my uncle, you will be the manager of the business. You will get 15%. Your job is when the timber ready, when the planks ready, you just go carry the vehicle, you bring it to town, we sell it, and you get your 15%. We sell the whole business. I brought all the money. The first operation, they brought a plank to town. When my uncle saw all the money called my uncle Abel. He making report, the report can add up. I tell me know everything about it.
I know about it.
My uncle explaining, this is my late man brother. My uncle explaining. It can't make sense. Oh, but uncle, where the money? Oh, yeah. I saw the man give me this. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of Liberian dollars. I think about $500,000 Liberian dollars. They're playing business. $1,000 for one piece. You bring about 500-600 pieces of time. That's about $500,000. I was in playing business, folks. For those of you who don't know, I was in playing business. The business collapsed because of the people's dishonesty. The business collapsed. My uncle said the money, okay, the man gave me advance, the other advance here, then all he figured that he gave me, it can't make sense. My uncle, I love my uncle. You know what I did? The day he said he's going to go collect the money from the man to the playing field, I sent Tevez there. I said, you and Tevez must go. He was trying to avoid Tevez going there. I got the man number. He had made a message and gave me the guy to the playing field. I got a guy number. I call the guy. I said, my man, this is Henry Costa. My uncle brought planks to you, and he told me you pay advance, and he's supposed to come to you to collect the balance money. My uncle is avoiding for he and Tevez to go to the playing field. He want he and Tevez to go there because my uncle has already, the money he said he collected is not the money he collected. He collected way more money. And the balance he had there is not the balance he actually had there. It was way less. From the very first sale, my uncle was trying to dupe me. Over $500,000 worth of planks. I put all the money in it. I gave my uncle 15% share in it. So it can empower him. You know what I did? Tevez went there. When Tevez went to the playing field, the playing guy said, my man, Mr. Costa, I will not lie to you, yeah. This is how much I gave your uncle, and this is the balance I sort of gave your uncle. Tell me my uncle is there, right there. Tevez there, the playing man there, my uncle there. I'm on the phone with them. I said, Tevez, give the phone to my uncle. Tevez gave the phone to him. I said, so I try to help you. And you want, he said, don't tell me that I your uncle. I said, don't do that nonsense. Look, there's the thing about me. They say, Costa, look, you can be who? You my grandma. You do wrong. I will tell you right in your freaking face. I said, I try to help you, to empower you. You want to croak me? All I think is maybe when somebody want to croak me. I'm not a crook. So I hate it when people want to croak me. So you know what I did? I told the man, the balance money you got for me, give it to my guy. The guy gave the balance money to Tevez for the balance plane. This is, I don't know, over $500,000 Liberian dollars. We were doing an operation in Riverside County. That we were sawing the plane here, bringing the plane to town. This is the first operation, my people. The very first plane we brought to town, my uncle crooked me. I fired my uncle. When I fired my uncle, I took the 15% that I gave him in the business, I took it back from him. I fired my uncle. My uncle went and called to the village to Massistown to my grandma Jokbang. He said he wanted to tell my grandma Jokbang, oh, you see, the man moving from the business. Then my grandma called me. Hey, look, hey. Look, I was dead back. Look, yeah, even know me. When my grandma called me, I said, Ma, that's how I can call her. I said, Ma, who am I to you? Am I not your grandson? So your son crooked me. Then you, Jokbang, you call me to come talk. Am I not your grandson? So you on your son's side? my grandma was embarrassed. My grandma, she wants to speak the better. She want to put it in English. I said, Ma, never guy. I said, I will not do it. I will not listen to you. I'll fire your son. Your son stole from me. They know me. They thought, my grandma left it. My cousin, the one who had the 35%, he crooked me too. When I got ready, I sent my other cousin, his small brother, when they would seize all the power source from him, we brought it to town. Up to today, out of Sheen, he ain't called me yet. That's the man who told me one day I went to the village. He said, my man, you helping other people, you empowering other people, you don't want to help your family. I said, okay, fine. How much for the power saw? He called the press. We'll buy two. We'll buy the gas. We'll buy the 4,000 US I put in the business. The man decided to crook me. Today, other Sheen, he can't call me to talk to me. Other Sheen. I fired my uncle. I took the power saw from the other man. I can do it to my own family. Let me tell you, one day, my grandma is in the Lutheran church. The Lutheran church people took our land. My pa bought 150 acres of land in Carisburg. The Lutheran church people built a small little Congo on the thing, the church, mud huts. My pa made them build the thing. Mm-hmm. They decided to steal some of our land. They increased the size of the land. They took it. They went and made fake deed and all that kind of stuff. We used to talk about it on the show. My brother Paul Costa was fighting the case in court and all. You know what the Lutheran people did? What guy? They went to the village because they know my grandmother is a Lutheran. My beloved grandma Jokbang, she's Lutheran. They went to my grandmother. They said, we want you to talk to your grandson, Henry Costa, so he can leave all with their land in there. Let them just get all their land. They finished stealing a big portion of our land. fighting us in court with fake deed and all that kind of stuff. Oh. So they go to my grandma now and they say, my grandma want to talk to me because I checked in it. My grandma go call me. She thinks she can call her grandson, now her grandson will listen to her. I said, ma, don't call me again about land business. Those people stole our land. When we win the case, we'll break down their chest. She said, no. She said, I'm not talking that. You don't know me. You don't know me. When you are wrong, you go up, you come down. When you hurt me and you deserve to be punished, you will be punished. Well, I mean, it's same thing people forgive you, but you crook me, you steal from me, and you do that kind of stuff, and you do let them forget, let them talk it the family way. I don't talk family way. I don't talk things family way. No, I don't do that. I punish you. Let's go to the lines and take some calls there, boy guy. That is what we need to do in Liberia. When people do wrong, they be punished. You know, I was telling somebody yesterday, you see Liberia, the number one problem in Liberia, some of you don't, you think it's corruption. You're mistaken. Corruption is not the number one problem in Liberia. The number one problem in Liberia is the culture of impunity. People steal 10 million, they go free. People steal 5 million, they go free. People kill somebody, they go free. People break the law, they go free. That is the number one problem of Liberia. When you want to look at what I call the hierarchy of Liberia's problems, at the very top of the pyramid is the culture of impunity. 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 That's one. Number two, right beneath the culture of impunity is corruption. Corruption exists in four main forms according to the World Bank. Fraud, embezzlement, bribery, extortion. The four main forms of corruption, I just named them, according to the World Bank. All those four main forms, including additional forms that Liberians developed, they live in Liberia. Liberians modify it. The World Bank said four main forms of corruption. Liberians got several other forms of corruption. The culture of impunity is number one, Liberia's number one problem. The number two problem is corruption. And you know what gives rise to corruption? You know what gives life to corruption is the culture of impunity. Because you can steal 10 million and go free, that's the reason why you can be corrupt. That's the reason why you're brave to steal. That's the reason why you not even get answered, because you will go free. The culture of impunity gives rise to corruption. When you fix, you end the culture of impunity, you can fight corruption. Until you do that, you are wasting your time. The man will steal 10 million. What they will do to me? Say nothing. I will go free. The man will steal the other one. What they will do to me? Nothing. That is it. After the culture of impunity, there is corruption. Liberia's number two problem. We are naming them in order. Do you know what the number three problem of Liberia is? The number three problem of Liberia is the lack of meritocracy. The lack of meritocracy. What do I mean by that? One guy, the carpenter, yet you take him, you make him medical doctor. The carpenter. He doesn't have, it's not based on merit. The lack of a merit-based system. The lack of meritocracy. It is what gives rise to sycophancy. It is what gives rise to favoritism. It is what gives rise to nepotism. Meritocracy is very, very essential in any society. That is why the men can say, Amanda, power you strong. They sing all those stupid praises to you. They inflate your ego. They make you feel that you are bigger than who you really are, because they don't qualify for what the job that you've given them. And so they must raise you up high. They must inflate your ego in order for you to give them a job or to keep them in those jobs. The lack of meritocracy is Liberia's number three problem. I can go on, Amy. Number four, the number four problem of Liberia. I have not seen anyone like a Liberian before. We are special. We are unique. I call them the Liberian idiosyncrasies. Liberians are very, very, very idiosyncratic, very weird, very strange, unique in their own ways. Unique, idiosyncratic. Go look up that word. The number 4 problem of Liberia is the issue of mediocrity. Look up that word, mediocrity. Mediocrity means your mind too small. You just want a small job. You be a Congo. You send your children into a neighborhood school. You be shy. You be ball. You now won't be millionaire. You now won't be there. You now won't be. Liberians are small-minded people. Our minds are so small. It is not even funny. Our minds are so small. Mediocrity is Liberia's number 4 problem. To fix Liberia, you must understand Liberia's problems. Mediocrity. Our minds too small. After mediocrity, that's number 4. Complacency. Eva, what you will do now? Yeah, just leave it. That the people time. That the people think. That's a number 5 problem in Liberia. Complacency. 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 Yeah, just leave it. What you will do now? And we they make it about when they make it my family put during the war. But what they will do, I live with God. I live on with God. Complacency. Complacency. And by our complacency, we are complicit. Complacency gives rise to complicity. It encourages bad behavior. It promotes bad behavior. So these are Liberia's problems in this order. I understand the country, and so I have diagnosed the country's problems. Number 1, the culture of impunity. Number 2, corruption. Number 3, what's number 3, folks? I was naming it. Do you all remember? What's number 3? The lack of meritocracy. Number 4, mediocrity. Number 5, complacency. And I can go on naming. Well, okay, let's go to the phone lines and take some calls. So to fix Liberia, you must understand Liberia. That is how you to fix a country. You must understand the country. Let's go to the lines. Well, let's take some calls.
Yeah, just watching the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson just resigned.
Boris Johnson has been on a lot of heat. I'm not surprised that he has resigned finally. He survived a vote of no confidence the other day, but it was just the beginning of his problems, and they were not going away. This time, the reason he's resigning is because one of his officials in the government was involved in a sex scandal or something, and Boris Johnson had known about this and pretended not to know, and so it got exposed that he has known about this since 2019. He's been aware. He was made aware, but he pretended not to be aware. And so look at the reasons why the people can resign. To tell you how backward you are, a whole prime minister, leader of a country can resign because he knew that a man committed some kind of sex offense or sexual offense, and he didn't, and he pretended not to know, and he can resign because of that. The other time, he had a party during COVID time. COVID time, he had party. The people were very why he had party during COVID time. Those are the reasons they can want a whole prime minister to resign. In Liberia, your president, they can kill people. They can still be there. They can steal 100 million. They can still be there. Whole continual law of money can get missing. They can still be there. Oh yeah, Liberia, a hell of a country. Look, somebody can be forced to resign because a friend who go eat something, he was hiding the eating something, and he told the prime minister pretended like he didn't know the man had told him that he ate something. But you in Liberia, your people can do bad things. They can still be in power. If you're not sick, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Let's take more calls. We got a long time to go.
0770102102886 0103835 102 The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Let's see if we can take our first caller. 0770102102886 0103835 Those in the diaspora can call on the WhatsApp number +231 888 624171. That will take our first caller here this morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, boy guy. How you doing, brother? My name is Ansu Dualu, and I'm calling from Boston. Look, Costa, I've been listening to you this morning in terms of why we are so poor, why we're in the condition we're saying. I just want to reiterate what you've been saying for many years. It would take a leader, the president, to transform Liberia. Now, all this crap that's going on in the country, everything you've listed is entirely 100% correct. But I just want to get off the line by saying this, and I will quote Lee Kuan Yew for a second. He said, "If it costs me to kill 200,000 corrupt officials, so Liberia can no longer suffer another 100 years of shame and disgrace, so be it." Look, you have to have a leader that takes tough stands to change anything in the country. Nothing is going to work until people realize that there are consequences to their actions. And those consequences are constant, unrelenting, and brutal constitutionally. This is the only way we change the country. But I just want to make this point this morning. And of course, I thank you so much for listening to those 5 points.
Thank you so much. Now we'll take another person.
Those consequences.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please lower the receiver in the background and talk to me through your cell phone. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm calling from the UK.
Go ahead.
I realize you guys, you've heard about our prime minister who resigned. Yeah. Before he resigned, we had 6 ministers who, first of all, resigned. See, the whole idea of democracy is to ensure that people who commit offense or violate the constitution or the law should just resign. But it's sad that it's not the same thing in Liberia. Till that happens, we're going to be having problems. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're still taking your calls. Keep them coming in. Those in the diaspora, +231 888 624171. Yeah, 0770 102 102 886 010383. Those are just simple things that happen in the Western world, and you will see the people taking action, they're resigning from one place to another. But in our country, Liberia, and Africa at large, forget it. You will steal, the poor protect you. You will kill, the poor protect you. You will, a lot of things that you will do, they will still protect you. Where are we headed to as a country? Where? Sametua, we tied that face, stole our money here, $25 million. We let him pass it around, and we do anything to him. He posting on Facebook, doing a lot of things. But just you being aware of another person having sexual intercourse with their friend, you were forced to resign in Great Britain. Can you imagine that? Say we'll stay taking your calls. 0770 102 102 0770 102 102 886 010383. Those in the diaspora, the WhatsApp number open +231.
Let's take some calls there. Let's take some calls.
Yeah, +231 888 624171. So
those are Liberia's problems right there. The culture of impunity, corruption, the lack of meritocracy, mediocrity, complacency, and many more. But those are the top 5 problems that have, what's the word? That have, those are the issues that have held, those are the problems that have held Liberia back for all these years. Let's take some more calls there. So Wilson Tapper made this post on Facebook yesterday. Okay? Professor Wilson Tapper, he made this post on Facebook. And initially, I didn't understand the post. When somebody shared the post with me, I figured he was talking about people in his government. I figured he was insinuating, he was, throwing shade at some of his colleagues in the government. But that is not what Wilson Tapper was doing. He was actually throwing shade at us in the opposition. This is what he said. Yes, if you're wondering, the very same Wilson Tapper who, yes, my brother Victor Kaiser, that is the word I was trying to use. Those are the 5 key problems that have plagued the country. You are right. That is the word, the most appropriate word I was trying to find out where to use. They have plagued the country. They have held the country behind. That's the word, brother. Thank you. Victor Kaiser. Thank you so much. Now, and by the way, I have an announcement to make about Victor Kaiser. Professor Wilson Tapper made this post. And if you're wondering, the same Wilson Tapper who presided over the COVID-19 relief package, 30 million, yeah, stolen. The same Wilson Tapper, that's him. Wilson Tapper made this post. Quote, how can a group of, quote, in the middle, he has a quote, illiterate and stupid people continue to outsmart a bunch of highly educated people? Something seems to be definitely wrong. So Wilson Tapper is being sarcastic. This is what a bookman calls sarcasm. He is saying, ain't I say we're not no book, ain't I say we're stupid, but how can we, the stupid people, be running rings around those of you who know book? Okay? You see what Wilson Tapper said? I don't blame Wilson Tapper. Wilson Tapper, we're not stupid. For example, we know you ate the money for the COVID relief. We know you ate it. Are we stupid? Do we not know that? We know. And when elections come, you will pay the consequences for your actions. So be sitting down there and making mud. How can the book people, the people who know book, they say, and we will not know book, then we're running rings around there. Wait, wasn't that bad? The time is coming. The time is indeed coming. Just wait. Yeah. And by the way, let me congratulate Brother Victor Kaiser, who has been elevated to the, Victor has been a long time friend of ours, a very nice gentleman, a big supporter, a patriot, and he's a member, a very devout member and supporter of the COP, and so he's been elevated to the advisory council, to the national leadership. That's the national leadership of the COP, and so we welcome Victor on board in his new portfolio as a member of the national leadership of the Council of Patriots. We're going to go to the phone lines and take some more calls there, Boakai. We've got 15 more minutes to go. I beg you, I apologize. I know I was talking plenty this morning, but we're going to, and let me say this. Let me say something to all of you. Again, I want to maintain that we should do the best that we can to maintain peace within the opposition fold. From my end, I will continue to try my best to avoid getting embroiled in any unnecessary antagonism and hoopla with our brothers and sisters in the ANC. They are not responsible for the problems in the country. We are not responsible for the problems in the country. We should not be fighting one another, especially since we've divorced. Some of us, all we wanted was a divorce. And, they say after love, it shouldn't be war, right? After love, it shouldn't be war. So we're not fighting war.
Now all the love was on love again. Oh, react.
Vivian, how do I miss you, man? Vivian, Vivian, I've been wondering. I've never looked up your Facebook page before. Sometimes when I see people who pop up a lot on our live feed, just out of curiosity in my constantly inquisitive mind, I would look them up on Facebook just to see them, to put a face, to put a name or to put a face to the name. I haven't looked you up, but I know you are a devout ANC supporter. Were you in Florida? I heard they had a big thing in Florida. One thing the ANC people know how to do, they know how to raise money. Y'all candidate don't need all that money y'all be raising. Why you be raising all that money for comings for? Y'all get that money to us. And you say we broke, y'all get all the money. Why? Let the ANC people get all the money, man. Y'all candidate does not need money. The man are money man. Y'all get all the money now. We don't want broke. Hey, and y'all say we let you on credit. Y'all get all the money. But yeah, they had an event down in Florida, and I'm told it was a good, successful event. Vivian Addo, tell us a little bit about it, man. Were you there? Where's my guy Tiola? Tiola, if you honor your say present. When the teacher comes to class and he's doing the roll call, Waka Kamara, present. Henry Costa, present. Theodore Gibson, are you here? Say present. So you don't need all our money. Why you can be giving comments all our money for? That means what $100 million. They be giving, they go raise 50,000 here. The ANC people can raise money. Down there, you gotta give it to them. Only if they could raise human being the way they can raise money, your comments will be in a better place by now. I gotta show them how to raise human being because they can raise money. They can really raise money. One of the people then got up. Vivian, you weren't there. Oh, Vivian said she wasn't there, but she was there spiritually. Hey, Vivian. Let me look up Vivian. Vivian, I'm looking you up. I'm literally looking you up right now. Not with any bad intentions. I just want to see you. Yeah, Vivian. Well, let's take a few more calls. Vivian Ado. Vivian must have some sort of Ghanaian name, some sort of Ghanaian background. Vivian, what's her full name again? Vivian Ado. Wait. Vivian something. Wait, let me see. Okay, Vivian Dudu Ado. Okay, Vivian Dudu Ado. Okay, I got you right here. Vivian Dudu Ado is right here. Okay, there you go.
Quickly this morning. Good morning.
Oh, it says here you live
Good morning.
Michigan.
Brother, my name is Morris. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
She's a beautiful woman. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for the show this morning. I want to speak about the problem, about the land problem in our country. We have the same similar problem in Nima County, especially in Secretary City, Nima County. There was an organization in Nima called NCRDP. They are the one who built the airport in Secretary. And that whole place, people have gone there. The same people that the people pay for their property, their crops that were on that land, they pay for. The same people, their children, they are coming back, selling those property back to people. People are continually building houses to the place there. And when government will get ready and go and take the people from there, it will be another problem in our country. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, my brother, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I didn't even understand he talk about land issue somewhere in Sacramento or where.
Yeah.
Let's say Peter. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, Henry. Thank you for the recognition. King Henry, you are listening to of the problem with Liberia. I just want to add consistency. You know, looking at tradition and the rudiments of old Western order, our leaders, we noted that they lack vision. They are poor visionary leaders. And something that people overlook that happen every time, there are some things that spare have been cast on those material they use on our leader. And they pull that crown or sanchez on you, you sit in that chair, you don't think right. You think the way the people want you to think. So we have this situation with our leader. If you follow with the 2023 election, upcoming election in Nigeria, there's a visionary leader. What he's doing, he's going around the various places, the problem of Nigeria. He's going to the country, the Egypt, India. He's learning about electricity and coming back and propagating a message. He has a vision, like what we look at for 2029. You're a very good visionary leader. All the things he's speaking. And we just pray that when you get there, that you will not be able to go through that old tradition, the Western culture, Freemason, all the nonsense they do. And they put you in that chair to go put that crown on your head and you're not thinking right. Someone will be there, will not let you happy. You will not wear those things. Your vision will remain supreme and God, it will be covered by the blood of Jesus. That when you sit in that chair, you will always think right and the right thing should be done for the nation. Without suffering, without them follow the old tradition. And so I want to thank you this morning.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much. Folks, I just want to make this announcement. Aaron just asked me to make it our financial secretary of the COP, brother Aaron Nella. So yesterday, he emailed out to all of our COP donors the financial report. The financial report, he sent it out. So you all should have it. Check your email, your email accounts. And if you have Yahoo like I do, you don't see it there, go to your spam. Sometimes these things go to your spam. We're very credible. We like to make reports to our people regularly on how we spend their dues that we collect. To those of you who have not signed up as yet to the website to begin paying your dues, we encourage you to do so. It's very, very important. I'm going to provide the web address right now. It's very, very simple. You go there, you pay your dues, you just sign up. You can pay $10 a month, $5 a month, whatever amount you can afford, we would appreciate it. Let's take some more calls there. We've got 8 minutes to go before our time is up. You're listening to the nation's premier platform where we discuss the issues that matter. I'm Henry Pedro Costa. Boakai Kamara is my co-host. Today is Thursday, the 7th day of July, 2022. There is the website.
Hello.
Good morning.
The link to the site.
Good morning. Is this the Costa Show?
The Costa Show. Your name
This is the Costa Show, my friend.
Okay, thank you. My name is Jimmy, and I'm calling from London, from the United Kingdom.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
All right. It is unfortunate for Liberia and Liberians. Boris Johnson just resigned because of his friend that he appointed, who has been involved in sexual activities with another man, I will call homosexuality, and other issues in the country. Now, this is what baffles me, but this is what comes to my mind. Why Alexander Cummings cannot vividly declare this act of being a gay?
We beg you, no.
No.
We're not going to do that yet.
No. I beg you, brother. I will.
Sorry, we're not going to do that yet. I beg you.
Yeah, and allow you
to be honest, to be very, very honest. I don't give a damn what a man or a woman does in her bedroom. It is not my place. It's between them and their conscience and their God and whatever. That's not my place. I beg you, please. So lead out your thing talking about tomoketi. Let's take some calls there.
So anyway, I swear to God.
Some people then I'm talking about make peace with the people that you can't bring your thing. Mama, what's wrong with you, but you know the ANC people then are all causing it. Even though we just divorced and that they are our ex, I'm not our ex-wife or ex, because we had to be the head so that they are our ex-wife. I beg you, leave the ANC people alone. Let's take some more calls there. They got one call trouble. What? Let's take some calls here. I beg you.
That's what that be your old spirit, yeah.
Let Boris Johnson and Matt deal with our war in the UK.
Yeah, good morning, Costa. Good morning, Liberia people.
Yeah, Dino calling, and beside that, the ANC people they also get plenty from yeah.
Okay. Congratulations to Lieutenant M. Kamara, Lieutenant Farmer Kamara. The fight hard. That's why I want the demonstration and go on yesterday. He called better men. Say your whole brain. I make sure I will prove it there. I'm a Kamara family. And make sure the people will go. They called me to spend my money the first, and the people left last night. So I'm congratulating Lieutenant Kamara. I'm also congratulating ACO because the ACO benefit, the CDC-led government sabotage our issue, but for the people not to go to heart. So I'm very, very congratulating. Okay. And also, congratulations go to Henry Costa. Because Costa, after Costa for him yesterday, he made CDC their mouth. He never knew the Costa no about this kind of thing. And go move Kamara. All right. So, and the people left, just left me run to it.
All right.
They are in the playground. I'm congratulating Costa and also Uncle and Lieutenant Kamara.
All right, thank you so much.
And don't forget the app Pagomo Kamara there. When you're congratulating people, you got to app Pagomo Kamara because yesterday Pagomo were moving. They were moving, they were moving straight away to Vaniseli office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our Pape Pagomo Kamara.
So we're still taking calls 0770-102. Let's see, guys, still call you. I know.
Who calling, Bagai? Huh?
The guy from UK said, we're
not one year again. Let him deal with Boris Johnson there in the UK. You know, there are just some leaders that don't ever impress me. Boris Johnson is one of such leaders. Boris Johnson never just impressed me. That hair walking sit down here.
British Donald Trump, not the man.
Yeah, my man, the man Donald Trump, they are first cousins. That man Trump, they have so much in common. Let's take some more calls there. We've got 3 minutes to go. We'll take 2 calls.
Yeah, so we're still taking your calls. 0770-102. My man, we say we're taking you from that place again. I know why you keep calling. So, sorry. Today we're taking you. Call tomorrow, please. When you call tomorrow, I will have you back on the line.
What
But today,
Frank Gibson?
I don't know about man, Frank Gibson. Yeah.
Frank Gibson, you know, boy, I got contacted by somebody from a certain country.
Okay. Now I need to block you.
And I'm supposed to speak with that person right after the show. This person is from somewhere in the Middle East. And I chatted with them on WhatsApp. I sent them my own number and we chatted on WhatsApp. And they are supposed to give us some bombshells. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Several bombshells. Well, I mean, it's one big bombshell, but it's got several components to it. You know, the bombs that can explode multiple times. I don't know whether there are any such bombs. You know, when it falls, it'll be like boo, 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 boo. Yeah, it's got multiple blasts. Yeah, so I'm going to go after the show to speak with the individual to collect those bombshells or that big bomb. And when we drop it, it's going to explode, as I said, multiple times. Yes. Fireworks. Wow.
Saying there is no call. We wrap it up on today's edition of the show.
Tiola, you put him on Frank Gibson. Tiola Gibson said Frank Gibson is an embarrassment to the Gibson name.
Don't make Frank Gibson to come out.
Frank Gibson is an avowed sedition, an unrepentant sedition, whose fanaticism toward the CDC is unrequited and unwavering. That's Frank Gibson. That boy will call today. You know the thing about sedition that I like? They will complain about everybody in the government. Everybody get problem. But they're not Jovia get a problem. Citizen can defend Jovia the way they can do it. Yeah, that the minister there. They don't want to spoil the man government. Yeah, the man government. They will complain about all the people in the government. But they will not complain about Jovia. They will leave Jovia off. Cluster bomb. Thank you, Lamin Fambule. Yes, they do have such bombs. A cluster bomb. I'm about to lay my hands on a cluster bomb. Woo! It will not be easy. It will not be easy. It will not be easy. Right after the show, I'm going to get on the line. Yeah, with it, man. We on WhatsApp. He waiting for me.
Yeah, so how far, man, Juguju be trousers don't have flare.
In terms of what now?
The man, they feel that we've been hearing from the man. Saying the president told the man to invest.
He can come to America. What the man said? They asked the foreign minister, Mr. Minister, can you go to America? He said, I have not applied for a visa.
The man said, I applied for a visa, so I will know that I can go to America or not.
Look, it's a joke. Jovia, this is a mess. Your foreign minister cannot come to Liberia's most important ally. He cannot travel to America. And you keeping him there. And that's the reason I say, now the phone I want to spoil the comment that who made Ome Juguju Kimaya Minister of Foreign Affairs. That Jovia. Jovia made the man Minister of Foreign Affairs. And the man cannot travel to America. They asked the man, can you go to America? The man said, I have not applied for visa. So are you trying to say there is absolutely nothing for the man to come to America for?
Well, that's the problem.
In September of this year, the UN General Assembly will be meeting as per protocol. They meet every year, September. You mean Kimaya will not come again? There are lots and lots of meetings taking place here in America. The man does not come to any one of them. Lots of activities in America, he cannot come. Because if that bugger steps foot at JFK, even if they give him a visa, it will be a trap. If the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia issues him a visa, that visa would be a trap, a booby trap. Like remember, it's a booby trap. It's a booby trap. By the time he steps foot at JFK or at Dulles or whichever airport, they would arrest him with immediate effect. So he knows it, and that is why he has not even tried to get a US visa. And you keep your foreign minister, the dean of the cabinet, the senior most minister in the cabinet cannot come to the US because the NYPD, New York's finest, the NYPD, they are looking for him. They're gonna get him. So he's not gonna come to America. He's not. And this is the problem. It is a serious problem. And Jovia doesn't have Jovia get that. Oh, you know, the man is a minister of foreign affairs. The man can go to Equatorial Guinea. The man can go to Guinea-Bissau. The man can go to Guinea-Conakry. The man can go to Ivory Coast. That what are you coming to do to America? What did America get for the man? It is sad. It is very, very sad. So somebody asked me a question here. Lami Kone asked me a question, and I'm going to answer it. The show is over now, but let me just speak to that. He's asking me, Costa, what is your position on the election in Lofa? But what did I tell these people? Did I not tell them that I have communicated my position to Joe Boakai? And it was up to Joe Boakai to take my advice or not, and that I would not be speaking on this matter and would wait until the party spoke, and the party has spoken. What needest I say anymore? You know, when I say that, what needest I say anymore? I'm reminded of a poem written by a man called John Milton. He was one of the greatest literary geniuses of his time, Professor John Milton. By 45, he was blind from too much. He used his eyes too much. And he wrote a poem on Shakespeare, one of my favorite poems that, during those days when I used to read. Oh, yes, the boy used to read. John Milton wrote a poem on Shakespeare. And that beautiful poem written in Old English. I will end with it. I will end with that poem. I knew that poem by heart, but to be honest, I no longer do. Too many things in the head now, my guy. Too many things in the head now. I no longer know that poem by heart anymore. But this is the poem that John Milton wrote. So I have gaps in my knowledge. I could not recite the poem without, making stops. But yes, so when I said, what needest I to say further? It reminded me of the poem from John Milton written on Shakespeare in the year 1630. John Milton said, what needs my Shakespeare for his honor bones? The labor of an age piled in stones. You know, when he said Old English, I will break it down for you. What needs my Shakespeare for his honor bones? I mean, look at the man's bones. They're honor. They're not ordinary bones. I mean, what could I possibly do for him for those honor bones? He said, the labor of an age in piled stones. In those stones where he's resting, where his bones are resting. That's the labor of an age, a whole era, a whole legacy, a whole in piled stones. Or that his hallowed relics should be hid on a starry pointing pyramid. His relics, his bones. Should we take his relics, his bones, and bury them on a starry pointing pyramid? He was so special that we cannot just bury him like the ordinary man. So we take his bones, his relics, and bury them on a starry pointing pyramid. And he's asking a question. He said, dear son of memory, great heir of fame. You think, brother, you think you knew Thor? See the man giving Thor back. When you want to get taught to Jew, go read John Milton. You will learn Thor. The man said, dear son of memory, great heir of fame. When he said, dear son of memory, he said, look at you, memory. You die ever, but people still remember you. You have a great name, a great legacy. Dear son of memory, great heir of fame. Fame, you are the heir of fame. He said, what needest thou? This is the part that brought me to this point when I mentioned that. What needest thou? Such weak witness of thy name. He said, look at you, look at me. I'm such a weak man. I mean, what do you need from me? I'm a weak witness of thy name. That means I am not even fit to call your name. Like when John the Baptist said, the man that is coming after me, I shall not even be fit to tie the strings of his sandals. That was Jesus Christ that was coming. This is what John Milton is saying of Shakespeare. He said, look at me. What needest thou? Such weak witness of thy name. Thou in our wonder and astonishment has built thyself a lifelong monument. He said, look at our jaws are just dropped. When we just think of you, you have built a lifelong monument in our wonder and in our astonishment. You are so brilliant. You are so great. For whilst to the sheen of slow endeavoring art, thine easy numbers flow. I love this part. I'm going to read it again. For whilst to the sheen of slow endeavoring art, he said they're writing Billy what hard this so one was suffering that to write, but look at you, thy easy numbers flow. That means your umpa is just flow. You were so brilliant that while we're suffering, it's so shameful for us to write one poem or to write one sonnet. But for you, it was so easy. Your numbers used to just flow. And by numbers, it meant words. And that each heart had from the leaves of that unvalued book. He said, about leaf, that the pages he's referring, these are all metaphors. You got to understand Old English to understand this. He said, and that each heart had from the leaves of that unvalued book, that the pages of the book. The book is so important, that the book is so special that it's unvalued. You cannot place a value to it. That is how important it is. He said those Delphic lines with deep impression took. Now every line you wrote, when somebody reads it, it makes a deep impression on that person. Those Delphic lines with deep impression took. Then thou, our fancy of itself bereaving. Just for us to just look at it and just fancy it, it just bereaving. It can just break our heart when we just look at it and say that we could never be as good as you, never be close to you. I mean, you say somebody can worship. John Milton was a real worshiper begin. I mean, worshiping Shakespeare in the piece he wrote. Real worshiper. I got plenty of worshippers there in my office there right now. But none of y'all could make it with John Milton. Then John Milton goes on and says, does make us marvel. That's D-O-S-T, Old English. Does make us marvel with too much conceiving. That means just trying to understand what you wrote, the things you wrote and left behind Shakespeare, just trying to understand it, you make us marvel. You make our here want to explode from too much conceiving. And so sepulchre in such pomp does lie, that kings for such a tomb would wish to die. Wait. Let me repeat that part. And so sepulchre in such pomp does lie, that kings for such a tomb would wish to die. He said, jelly where you lay now in the grave. Look at the way you lay now set in your grave. The way you lay now, jelly in pomp and pageantry with such elegance that when king said, look at the way you lay now in the grave, the king said, won't die, just to lay down like you. But the man said, just by looking at Shakespeare laying down in his grave, king won't die, just to lay down there. He said, and so sepulchre in such pomp does lie, that kings for such a tomb would wish to die. That kings who wish to die just so they can lay down and be looking like you. That's John Milton. Professor John Milton. He went to Oxford. This man coined about 7,000 words that we use today in the English language. Shakespeare who was far, 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 far less formally educated than he was, coined 15,000 words. Yeah, I've read that one, Paradise Lost. It's a beautiful poem by John Milton. You know, there was a day we used to learn book. We used to read a lot, very voraciously, and but those days are behind us now. We don't read as much as we once did. Now we read because we have to read. We don't read because we wanted to read and desire to read. Thank you so much. God bless you all and have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day. What needest thou of such weak witness of thy name? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.